The Architects of Aesthetics are a proud supporter of The Middle Mom and Project Zero, because every child deserves a forever family. John Dow, the Boston architect here, and today I want to talk about the 4 different approaches you can use when you style your sets for working out. Of course, there's going to be more variables, but to keep it simple, let's focus on weight and your reps, okay? So let's start with a basic one. First, let's talk about this combination of lightweight and high reps. Because of a fear of bulking up, it's usually women who take this approach to working out. This is where they use those Barbie weights, 2-pound dumbbells that are pink, much lighter than the purses that they carry, and they do hundreds and hundreds of reps. The idea behind it is that you'll tone and firm up the muscle. There's a little truth to that, but what's going to surprise most people is the amount of reps that you'll actually have to do. If you're going to stick with really lightweight, you are going to have to do a lot of reps. Off the top of my head, one move that is good for lightweight and high reps, side lateral raise, where you're here with the shoulder. Oh, look at that. If you want to take the weight component completely out of it, this is where you can also do high reps of push-ups, pull-ups, and squats. Next, let's talk about low reps and heavy weight. This is the path that most people usually take to maximize strength gains. This is the route you take to hit PRs. One move that's a good example of this is doing deadlifts for doubles. To me, this is the approach that's going to give you the most bang for your buck. If you're short on time, hit the compound moves and do heavy weight, low amount of reps, and you'll be fine. You should just be aware that some people who take this approach, sometimes they get too into it. They get too excited about setting a PR and they tend to injure themselves. I think it takes a proper balance of knowing how to push yourself and back off when you don't have the weight. Bro lifting is going to be your downfall on this one. Okay, now talking about heavyweight and high reps. This one's real tricky because a lot of people who are getting into the fitness lifestyle, they've sworn off on being lazy. They don't want to give up. No pain, no gain. Sweat is fat crying. This model really runs the risk of trying too hard. Problem is, usually when you do higher reps, you're going to break your form. As I mentioned with low reps and heavyweight, you really want to watch your form. You get sloppy, you're going to hurt yourself. High reps and heavyweight, the risk is there. That's not to say that this approach can't be handled well. One controversial word that I'm going to say right here, CrossFit. On one end of the spectrum, you have CrossFit Games. You see lots of injuries. If you ever see CrossFit fails on YouTube, that's a big danger of the sport. But on the other end of the spectrum, you also have Nerd Strong Fitness and Zora Zipida. They really take a slow and methodical approach on building the fundamentals before jumping into the craziness. Most training programs are going to use a combination of the lightweight and high reps and low reps and heavy weight. They might switch it up on the moves. They might stick with doubles for deadlifts and then do high reps for the side lateral raise. They might alternate on days. They might do the high reps and lightweight for the finisher at the end of the workout. So then that leaves us with the last grid, lightweight and low reps. This is probably the most uncommon one, but there's got to be some way for us to make it work, yeah? I think this is probably where you just go for your hard moves. You either do isometrics, where you're holding something in place. This could be a plank, this could be a headstand, maybe you're doing the invisible chair, and instead of doing sets, you're actually just going to think of it as attempts. Now, if you want that type of workout method to work for you, this is where you really want your diet to be on point. Let's be clear that diet is always going to affect our appearance. It doesn't really matter what workout approach we take. But if you want to be lazy with your workouts, you really got to make sure your diet's on point. Now, the real reason why I wanted to do this video is to show that you need to mix and match. Trainers and clients don't get caught up in one grid. It doesn't matter if it's the best approach or not. Each grid's probably going to have its moment. I think each grid has its place and purpose. Whether you're adding it as a finisher to a workout, when you're setting a PR, or even building confidence and mental aptitude. For instance, lightweight and high reps, that's not going to be good for your client who's trying to bulk up. But if he uses it as his warm-up, if that's how he gets ready to get pumped for his workout, why would you remove that? We know abs are made in the kitchen, not in the gym, but if your client wants to nail that 2-minute plank out of the way, let him do it. Let that be your opportunity to nip that fear of missing out. Alright, that's all for this video. Let me know what workout approaches work for you. The Architects of Aesthetics are building a better you.